Right, so for St George's Day, we've got to work out which country we're thinking about today and where in the world is this country. Now, if we were at school on the TV, we would have put up Google Earth. So at home, you can go on the computer or your tablets if they work on there. Go on Google Earth, start out in space, and zoom all the way in to the countries the country we're going to talk about. Okay, I'm going to show you on my kind of wall chart maps first of all. So here I have a map of the world. Now, if you look on Google Earth, of course, you'll be able to see it on the planet in a globe sphere kind of shape. And what you would do is type in the country that we need to find in a minute and zoom in. But what we're going to do is find, first of all, the country that we live in. And what it's called? It's the United Kingdom. So we need to find that first of all. And we'll talk about what's in the United Kingdom in a minute. Now, the United Kingdom in the world is in the continent Europe, okay? Now, over here, this huge bit here, we've got North America. And below north, you get south, and there's South America. This bit here, we've got Africa, and where Australia and New Zealand are. We've got Oceania. Oh, almost forgot one down the bottom. We've also got Antarctica, haven't we here? Antarctica down here. And then we've got Asia, which is all of this over here. And then look over to the greener area, we've got the continent Europe. So Europe is made up of lots and lots of countries, and our country is in Europe. And I'm going to zoom in, see if you can find our country. Our country is the United Kingdom. You see that? So there is the UK. And we'll look on a better map in a minute. That shape's a bit crazy, isn't it? There's the UK, there's the United Kingdom, and across the water from us, this way, we've got Ireland, and over this side, we're close to France, and you've also got Belgium, you've got the Netherlands, Germany, and at the top there, Norway. So United Kingdom is here, okay? So I'm going to take us to a UK map to have a look at it much more clearly. Right, so here I've got a much clearer map of, what's the country? If I take this one away, it's the United Kingdom, okay? So we've got the United Kingdom, and we've explored 2 countries so far from here, 2 nations. We, before Christmas, explored the country that's at the north of the United Kingdom. Can you remember what this one's called? It's Scotland. That's when we talked about St Andrew's Day. And the big city, the important city where lots of things happen, the capital city of Scotland. Can you remember what that city was called? Can you? I'm going to zoom in if you can see it. There it is. It's this one. It's Edinburgh. So the capital city of Scotland was Edinburgh. Now, Scotland is one of our nations of the United Kingdom, and that's at the very north of the country. Now, the other country we talked about was to do with St Patrick's Day, and we focused on Northern Ireland, which is across the Irish Sea here, and is at the top over here. So we got below is Ireland, but at the top is Northern Ireland, again with the word north meaning up the top. And Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom. Now, do you remember the capital city of Northern Ireland? It was, where's my finger? Belfast. So we've got the blue area here, Northern Ireland, the purple area, Scotland. But if we come a bit more south and over to the west, we've got a country that we haven't really talked about yet, and it's going to be, when you're in Robbins, you'll do St David's Day, which is to do with this country here. Do you know what this one is? It's Wales. And the capital city of Wales, just while we're talking about them, is Cardiff. Okay? Now, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. That leaves one other nation to do with the United Kingdom. Which part of the United Kingdom do we live in? We live in England. And if you have a look, it's all the orangey yellow colours. How big is our part of the UK? It's big, isn't it? Now, in England, you live in the south, which is the bottom part. So north is top, south is bottom. North, south. But we also say we live in the south west, because we live this part. So we live south west. So we live down here. We live in the county called Devon. And your school is in Abbots Kerswell. Now, on this map, now on Google Earth, you might be able to find it exactly. But look, there's Exeter. So if you come down the coast, look, do you know what that says? That says Torquay and Paignton. So Abbots Kerswell, it's very close around here somewhere, isn't it? Okay, maybe you can find it on Google Earth for me, or if you've got an atlas at home, you can always have a look in there. So in England, we live over here, but over on the east part is the capital city. Now, before I zoom in, can you shout at me, what's the capital city of England? Do you know? Give you a clue, it's where the Queen lives, where the Prime Minister does all that work that we see on the TV. So we'll zoom in. Here we go. It's London. So the capital city of England is London. And today, St. George's Day, St. George is the patron saint of England. So we're focusing on our country today of the United Kingdom. So St. George's Day is to do with England. So on the map there, we were talking about some of the words to do with the direction and position. And we're talking about north, south, east and west. So stand up and I want you to point to the north. Stretch as high as you can. To north is at the top, upwards. Okay, so north. And then we go to this side and you have east. So it goes north, east, and then put your arms straight down and that points to the south. And then finally this direction, point as far as you can, is west. Alright, so you've got north, east, south, west. Okay, so I'm going to shout out one of those. I want you to either jump high to the north, get down low to the south, or jump to the east, or jump to the west. Alright, ready? North, jump. South, get down low, quick. East, get away. West, that way. Now, a way to remember that is because north begins with N, a capital N. East begins with a capital E and E. Then south. South begins with S, and then west begins with W. The initials, you could remember it by doing things like never eat shredded wheat, because never eat shredded wheat begin with the same letters as north, east, south, west. Okay, so never eat shredded wheat, or naughty elephant squirt wee. It's another way of remembering it, but don't tell mummies and daddies. Shh. Okay, so we found out St. George is to do with our country of the United Kingdom, England. So we need to explore which flag it is. There's a big clue really behind. But can you remember the other flags that we have seen already? So what colour was the flag when we did St. Andrew's Day? And for Scotland, what colour was that? Can you remember before I show you the picture? Shout it at me. I'm going to show you the picture. So let's see if you're right. Remember, it was this one here. Okay. And you remember that cross had something to do with the St. Andrew story, because he didn't want to be on a cross same shape as Jesus. Right. When we did Northern Ireland, we talked about how they didn't really have a flag anymore, but they used the flag that represents the whole of the United Kingdom. Can you remember what that looks like? It's a clue on my onesie. Shout out the colours if you remember those. Here it is. It's the Union flag, and it's special because it's made up of the colours that are on the flags of our nations, and it's got the blue part here from Scotland, and it will have here something to do with the England flag, so remember the shape. Alright, what I'm going to do is going to take you down to the bottom of the page to show you Wales's flag. Now look at their flag. I know we haven't done Wales yet, but they've got a dragon on theirs. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, our flag for England has two colours on it. It's white and red, and it is here. So, in your packs, you've got an outline of this flag. So you could colour it in the cross. Which colour does it have to be? Red. And then leave the rectangle oblong shapes white, so you can make a flag. There it is. Okay, so that's your next challenge. You can make a flag so you are decorated, ready for your St. George's Day. Alright, see you in a bit.